Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Richardson and I am the WCPW review guy, and yes, the Doctor of Style Slick bought this suit for me, so there we go, we both got great taste. And yes, this is the unofficial WCPW Top 10. Now let me just explain what this Top 10 is all about real quick. Let's get this out of the way. This is not like my top 10 favorite WCPW wrestlers. This is not just, who was the best this week even. And it's definitely, it's not like who I think should be put over, not like that. No, it's not like that at all. Thing is, there's a few things that's missing from wrestling today. Kayfabe is just out the fucking window, and that's bad. It's sad. And I'm not trying to sound like Cornette here. It's just, it is a sad thing. It's gone. There's no more blue. You're just like, ah. The second thing is more of an intangible quality. You can't recapture it. It's the magic. The magic of professional wrestling. It's gone. To kids, it's still real to them. So guess what? It's there for them. And I realized that. Like when I was a kid, I didn't care about botches or who should be pushed and who shouldn't, because no one gave a shit about that. Because we were kids. We was entertained. We didn't care that Ultimate Warrior couldn't really wrestle or Hogan can't really technically do it. No, it was just like, no, fuck it, it's Hulkamania. I'm a little warrior. Fuck it. So the magic's gone, unfortunately. The next thing is, and this is something that is what this top 10 is about, it's the sport aspect of professional wrestling. When I was a kid, I honestly thought that there was a ranking system. And that if you won more matches, you shot up the ranks. I had no idea it was based on popularity or ratings or anything like that. Or who you know, or because why would I? It was real. And I remember when I was a kid, I'm not sure if they had this in the UK, but we have Pro Wrestling Illustrated over here in the States, and they always had a top 10 for every promotion in the back. And I went by that thing, and it almost never worked. Like literally, they would have someone who clearly should had a title match, and they never got it or whatever. So whenever WCPW debuted, and I knew it was going to start doing a review show, I was like, I want to do something like this, something where I can list and rank, who is truly should be number one contender or whatnot. Now, it's unofficial. I say it's the unofficial WCPW Top 10 because, A, I have no affiliation with What Culture Pro Wrestling at all. They have no affiliation with me. Although Adam Pacitti, the general manager, did give me a shout out on Twitter. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, which was awesome. But yeah, this is just my own thing. And basically, I just kind of, I create the little formula and I take into account win-loss records. I take into account the type of matches that they're competing in, because clearly a triple threat elimination match would have more weight to than just a single match. I mean, come on. And finally, your previous placement on the top 10. I mean, if you're ranked really high and you just have a bad week or whatever, I'm not going to plummet you down. That's ridiculous, So I take all these factors into consideration. Let me start right here. I'm sure these first few weeks is going to be rocky. A lot of bumping and everything like that, because it's like everybody's getting established. Everybody's, we're just trying, everybody's getting their first matches and everything. Everybody's just getting on their feet. We're getting settled in. So the top 10 is going to be a little erratic starting off. I think eventually, as the show goes on, then we're going to start seeing a clear top 10. And it will be more like, oh shit, he climbed to number 1. That's awesome. Great, So let's just jump right into this. Instead of me boring you guys to death, let's do the unofficial WCPW top 10 of this week. All right, now, last week, this guy dropped. This guy did drop. He was number 6 last week. This week, number 10, I'm talking about Primate. Buddy, a DQ loss does not do you any favors. That wrench may have felt good at the time, but guess what? It dropped you on the top 10, buddy, so you are down to 10. I'm sorry. Now, I'm going to get some shit for this one. I'm going to justify it. I'm going to justify the shit out of this, but I'm going to get some garbage. I can already tell. At number 9, and he's new to the list this week. He made his debut this past week, and guess what? Made his debut on the list at number 9, El Ligero. No, not that El Ligero. The fake El Ligero. The imposter El Ligero. Or as the crowd was chanting, Fat Ligero. Yes, you know what? Now, I know you're going to say, Daniel, come on. Look, that was a comedy match. It was a throwaway bit, He didn't even get the pin. The real El Ligero got the pin, so this you shouldn't have him in the top 10. But look at it this way. He's undefeated. He's 1-0 right now on the record books. If you look at the match, This fat guy, you know, clearly not the real El Ligero. We know that. Pacini knows that. Pacini knew that when he signed the match. He's like, yeah, whatever. Kirby, you're acting fucking weird. You wanted a match this week. You got this guy out of nowhere. Fuck it. Have your match. It makes sense, but he's 1-0. You take the combined wins right now of Prince Amin, Gabriel Kidd, Mitchell and Mercer, or sorry, Myers and Mercer, I don't believe, oh, Drake and Drake. Take those fine athletes right there. Combine all their wins, and it still won't equal up to Fat Ligero. So I'm sorry. At number 9 is El Ligero, the fake El Ligero, the imposter El Ligero, or Fat Ligero, whatever you want to call him. So he's at number 9. Number 8. This is another drop. He was 5 last week. Drops down to 8. Talking about my boy Joe Hendry. You know what? I mean, he had a tag victory last week, but as far as single competition goes, he's 0-2. He needs to get his shit together. Get your stuff together, buddy. I want to see you climb this list. I want to see you back up there. You're the local hero. You're the global hero. There's no sense in this. Climb back up this list. All right, at number 7, this is another drop. He had the week off. He had the week off, but it hurt him a little bit. We're talking about at number 4, or he was 4. This week he's number 7. It's El Ligero, the real El Ligero. I don't think he has anything to worry about, because I think in time he's going to rack up the points, he's going to rack up the victories, and he'll be sitting on top of this list in no time. But unfortunately this week, he's at number 7. At number 6, making his debut on the top 10, and he made his in-ring debut this past week, Lucas Archer, 1/2 a prospect, had a hell of a win, hell of a victory, impressive showing this week, so he's number 6. And you know what? You can't really talk about fucking Archer without talking about his partner, Alex Gracie. He's up from 8 this week. He's number 5. Alex Gracie, yeah, just looking impressive out there. These guys are on the rise. They're on the fucking rise right now. Number 4, this guy is up from 7. This guy's just rising through. This is the example of a guy who is climbing the rankings right here. He's already got a shot at the world title, so it ain't no sweat off his back. We're talking about Rampage. Rampage. 2 weeks in a row, he's main evented Loaded, and 2 weeks in a row, he has won Loaded, so, or won the match. So, boom. Hey, he's on the rise. He's on the rise. Number 3, and this guy was number 3 last week. Got clocked in the head with a wrench this week, and still kept a spot. Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey. Number 2, now this guy dropped from 1 last week. Just dropped the spot. He was actually absent this week. And I'm talking about, or he wasn't absent, he was there, but he didn't compete. Joseph Connors. But he has 2 great victories under his belt already. He's 2-0. Triple threat elimination match and a tag match. Guess what? He's sitting pretty right now. He has nothing to worry about. Joseph Connors, number 2. And number 1. And of course they just swapped. These guys have been trading the top spot now. It's gone back and forth now each time. Number 1, and for Loaded, or sorry, for the 3rd week of the WCPW Top 10, Big Damo got another victory. Racked up a victory over the week. Beat Drake, and yeah, sitting pretty right now on number 1. So there you go. That was the unofficial WCW Top 10, guys. Thank you for watching. You know, you want to discuss any of these, down below, by all means, let me know what your thoughts are down there. Do you think Big Damo is the number 1 guy in WCPW right now? If yes, whatever, drop it down below. And of course, yeah, I'm doing another show tomorrow. I'll be doing the WCPW weekly recap, where basically I go through, I recap, what happened on Loaded. I do all the big announcements that was made throughout the week, everything WCPW related, but I do it in kayfabe, because you know what? That's what's missing from wrestling. I'm trying to bring it back just a little bit at a time. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. Show this video some thumb and love. Subscribe, and yeah, that's all I got. So, guys, until next week, later.